What was the actual logic? Let's just pick one song as an example. The actual logic
Logic,
of
he
building
says.
Blackened. Because actually, that's an interesting song because that's the one that has the one co-writing credit for Jason.
Well, the main riff was Jason's. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember after he joined. I mean, we were, I don't know if we had tuning rooms at the time, but I mean,
Yeah.
that was written on the bass, right?
Yeah, he came over to my apartment at the time in Albany, and not New York, Albany, in California. But yeah, he came over, and when we were just hanging out, and we were just starting to get some ideas together. It's like, hey, what do you got? And that was one of the things. The one thing that would always stand out for me is he would play that thing, and just the way the riff was different every time at the end, it felt really fresh and really cool.
Because it would keep coming through, but then there'd be that little twist at the end that would sort of make it different,
Yep.
lead into another bit, and then when you came back, it had that assurance about it, but there was still that twist in the tail.
Exactly. It was rolling, but you didn't know which way it was going to roll for a second, but you could still hang on to it.
But having gotten that riff, what do you think? Okay, what would go well with that? In a way, it's an interesting logic because it's a kind of composition that really stands because the record clearly does have a legacy, and yet when you look at it, and I look at those tape sheets where it's actually broken down, any one of as I said, any one of those pieces might have gone somewhere else, but clearly there was an internal logic, writing-wise and ultimately vocally, because there's actually one version of Blackened in the box where you're playing the riff and humming the vocal melody. There's no words, but clearly you've got an idea of what's got to sail over top.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's always something that I feel I've been pretty good at is, the drummer's doing something, the guitar's doing something, doesn't have to be the same, and then the vocal's going to, there's the way they work together. I've always thought of the voice as one of the instruments. So here's a percussive thing, just like I'm playing drums on the guitar, essentially, and then same with my singing, just another rhythm that's happening along with that. And that's just part of building a song.
Play that slow, play it slow.